Were you able to forget your first love? I'm certain my brain is not capable of forgetting something that was so momentous and life-changing. And I think it's more than okay to have lingering warm feelings towards someone who loved you in X, Y, and Z ways. In my case, someone who loved me enough to write songs about me, and who loved exactly who I was so much that he respected my autonomy at a very high level. It impacted me and the ways I give and receive love. I literally could not love my husband the way that I do if not for that experience, and that experience was damn near 20 years ago. Forget? Never. Move on. Definitely. You get to keep all of those memories and use them to refine your tastes and keep your standards high. If you need help with moving on, I'd honestly Google it. There may be great resources, books, podcasts, or you may want to turn to a therapist to help you alter repeated thought patterns. I am 50 going on 51. I am still friends with a high school boyfriend who I went out with for 3 months. He has 2 kids and a marriage that is ending, so I am there for him in his low time. We hadn't seen each other for 10 years before recently reconnecting, but he has kids, and any friends who have kids, I don't see them as kids take up a lot of time and energy. My other high school boyfriend I dated from junior of high school all the way through college into maybe a year or 2 after college. We got along well. I don't remember ever really fighting with him. When we broke up, I would still travel to see him. But then I realized I was putting way more into this than he was. He would never travel to see me, and I'm traveling an hour each way, which in American terms is not that far. So we just kind of drifted apart. I don't really ever think about him, and I actually feel mad about the fact that we have no way of keeping in touch. I even tried to friend him on Facebook, and he declined it. Another one of our friends, who is a female, kept trying to get me to break up with him. And I think she tried to get him to break up with me on his end as well. Last I heard, she asked him out. I have no idea if they got together. I did at one point see him with a picture with a kid with dark hair like she had, so I have no idea what happened. But I do believe that she made up a lot of lies about me talking about him. So that's probably why we aren't in touch. But I do feel mad that he would ever believe any of those things. But I do think back to all my boyfriends, except for the one that stalked me. But the rest of them, even the ones I fought with a lot, I don't have any bad feelings about them. But do I yearn to date them again? No, absolutely not, because we didn't work out. So I'm not sure what age you are, but as you go through life and have more relationships, you can realize that sometimes people in your life for a short time, and that's okay. It's not bad. It's not that life would have been perfect if they were still in your life and you were still dating. They added to your life for that period of time, and you can cherish that, and you can meet new people that will add to your life and cherish them more. Here it is. It was winter time during my 8th grade. Few girls decided they wanted to make this Christmas special rather than usual celebrations we had in school. They wanted everyone to put their names on a bit of paper, fill a basket with those scribbled names. We had to randomly pick a name whom we have to anonymously give a gift. I really hoped I won't get a girl. I, being shy early teenager, was really nervous to buy a gift for a girl. Unfortunately, it was a girl. Damn, this was a popular girl. As always, I tried to avoid that and find a way out of playing Secret Santa. Sadly, again, teacher made it compulsory for everyone to participate. I figured out I wasn't the only one under this dilemma. There were some guys like me. Gladly, some wanted to be Santa to their crush. Well, I helped those desperate lovers. I was kid who used to do lot of favors. People had a problem? I would sort them out. Want your crush's number? I got your back. I knew how strange everybody was, especially me. I exchanged my girl with their, not the girls of course, just their names. I sorted out everything and finally got some guy's name. Now I won't have to tell anyone at home that I have to buy a present for a girl. It was around Christmas. Vacations were about to start. I kept the gift safely in the guy's bag. I already got my gift few days back. I don't even remember what the gift was. I just remember walking down the corridor and entering the classroom and being welcomed by warm smile. That was fucking beautiful. Some guy brought a really nice present for the girl I was originally Santa to. Most of the girls were surrounding her while she was hugging her gift that she just unwrapped. Everybody assumed I gifted her that wonderful thing she could not get away from. Maybe everyone thought I was that mysterious Santa because I had asked a lot of kids to exchange names with. But I knew I wasn't the one who gifted her. Things went on. She kept staring at me, smiling. I think her smile did it. I don't know why I am so bad at picking hints. Or why aren't they a little straightforward, rather than expecting guys to be a mind reader. She used look at me. I looked at her. And she knew. Not anything specific, but we both felt it. I started liking her. She started noticing me. I didn't even exist for her before that. It was just like you fall asleep slowly but all at once. Things went on. At other times I used to look at couples in my school. I didn't felt anything for them. They seemed pretty boring to me. But when you're excited about a girl and you see a couple holding hands, and you feel so happy for them, and you know they are happy too. She wasn't the most pretty or hottest girl in class. Her friends were quite hot though, but she was rather beautiful. Everything around me felt good. I started loving everything. It was the first time I felt I looked good. You know, when you look in the mirror, you don't see a sob story anymore. Every day was good hair day. I started participating in life and stopped filling my mind with useless thoughts. Sometimes people use thought to not participate in life. And now I know how dumb and stupid I was. That was the first time I felt how being obsessed for something felt. It wasn't head over heels thing. It wasn't like in movies you felt dying for someone is a great idea. It was plain and beautiful feeling toward her. She found many different ways to spend more time with me. I just wanted to talk to her and feel someone was listening to me. I never thought of doing those cheesy thing young kids do, holding hands, engraving their initials with a heart on desks. This reminds me of something, how someone can engrave their names on trees and wall, unless they came on date with a knife or something sharp. It's weird. But sadly all those things started dying slowly. We passed our 8th and went on to next class. All the students were shuffled. She went to different section than mine. And that was the end of my puppy love. And things were back to normal, except I learned so many things. That was the first time I got in touch with music. It was not because of her though. That experience just made me try new things. Songs never stuck a chord inside me like they were supposed to before that. I started with listening to Linkin Park and Rage Against the Machine. I could connect to those lyrics, and those weren't even love songs. I felt what the artist wants to share, what all those songs meant. And I thought how many people have loved those songs, and how many had great time listening to those songs. I wish I would write a song like that someday just to know how it feels to make so many people happy. That was the first experience of liking a girl. Though I don't even remember how she looked or where she is now. Now I remember I didn't even loved her like young me used to think. I just loved feeling for the first time that I belonged somewhere. It was just experiencing something for the very first time. The joy of life comes from our encounters with new experiences. And hence there is no greater joy than to have an endlessly changing horizon. That's why I love first times. I want my whole life to be composed of them. Though I didn't learn most of these things because of that experience in my early teen years. But because of all those experiences that happened last summer. Due to which I was able to recall all that account of Secret Santa. Because of which I was able to write these things down and think clearly. I read somewhere how important it is in life not necessarily to be loved, but to feel loved, and I love yourself. After previous summer, I found a new self inside me that I don't hate. I think maybe part of what got me into trouble was that I did too much thinking. Sometimes I tried too hard to make sense of the world, to figure out why people were bad to each other so often. I made a radical change in my lifestyle and begin to boldly do things which I may previously never have thought of doing. People who try to control situations all the time are afraid that, if they don't, nothing will work out the way they want. Living in present and doing my best. I stopped being concise about my life and started drifting away like a feather to wherever the wind may take me.